3/4 of my graduating class isn't alive today.
It was normal to experience intense loss. We had friends who were dying by suicide.
Those come from systemic problems in our society that stem from genocide. There's not a person in California who hasn't benefited from the genocide of our people.
During 1860, California passed a law that said you can go out and shoot any native people in California.
There were some children forcibly removed to go to boarding schools at age 3.
Not only were these children made indentured slaves, but they probably got to watch their mothers killed.
We talk about historical trauma, but there's present trauma right now.
I'm sorry on behalf of the state of California.
Governor Newsom is apologizing to Native Americans and announced the formation of a new commission called the Truth and Healing Council.
What can you do to make this be different, community-driven, meaningful, and actually work in California?
We go above and beyond our job description to make sure this is done right.
Part of it is this truth-telling. It's an opportunity to tell our story and for state government to listen and then take some accountability.
Acknowledging that you're on our land without returning that land to indigenous peoples shows that you're doing very little to put your money where your mouth is at times.
Look what we've done to the land, and if we can go back to some of those traditional ecological ways, the land gets healed and we get healed.
I think I'm looking for ways that we can inspire direct action, especially around what it has meant to be the survivors of an attempted genocide.
I came here when I was 10 years old in 1950. I was sent here not because of my choice.
So all of the buildings that have the rock were built by the students.
Yeah, the stone buildings are a beautiful thing, but is that really what we want to romanticize? These kids were kind of forced labor.
Took the wash rag and they just washed their face real hard and they wanted to wash away the Indian or something.
It was the government's intention to eradicate our culture.
And of course, all the girls that went to Sherman too came back sterilized.
But Grandma would say that. She would say, oh yeah, when I left the hospital, they told me that Dickie ruined me. It's the only one I'll ever have.
I think for very long in this state, we have been really invisible, meaning the tribes. And I think they have worked to overcome that, and that's not an easy task.
I made the choice to do something that probably is slower going, but I'm hopeful will produce bigger results and bigger change and bigger ongoing healing.
One of my employees came up to me and told me that oh, we were just hiking up in Lake Tahoe and we saw a sign, but it said, this is where Washoe people used to be. And I was like, well, we're still here.